Kundera, a great philosopher and a novelist, once stated, "The struggle of man against power is the struggle of memory against forgetting." This quote filled insights in me that, in general, means power is often associated with men. Similarly, memory is correlated with forgetfulness. Hello everyone, I'm Snehitha, and I describe myself as a person who used to treat music only as an entertainment. To elaborate more about this trait of mine, let me share a funny story. So, it was during the end of my 3rd grade where I came across a statement which said, "Listening to music while studying does improve one's concentration." As a person who aims high, I was not really satisfied with my academic performance back then, so I did follow that advice. Once, I was listening to music while writing a 2-page English essay, and the moment I proofread my passage, I realized that in certain areas I had the song lyrics written as a part of my composition. I was vexed. I totally regretted the decision of ignoring my mother notifying me about this. It was a monotonous experience of rewriting everything again. Since then, I was totally against music interfering in my academics. Don't get me wrong, it couldn't be like the statement is entirely false. Like, other factors could have affected me, like the kind of song I listen to, the kind of environment I'm studying in. As I researched about this statement a further bit more, after what I have done, it suggested to listening to calm, meditative music. I would rather not. I would drift off to sleep effortlessly than I normally would. I'm the kind of person who has a motto to understanding concepts rather than memorizing them. And that's where I struggle to recollect concepts without any proper theories or understanding. And when I struggle to recollect those concepts, using mnemonics is a preferable way for me. Wondering what's a mnemonic? A quick brief on that would be that it's a simple trick which is used to recollecting a series of content. One of the mnemonic I use is BODMAS. It's a mathematical rule which is helpful for solving mathematical expressions. But using this technique everywhere can turn my brain into a mush, as it's similar to forcing data into our mind. It was a day when mid-year of my 4th grade, where I was advised by my parents to learn the states and capitals of India. For the most of it, my father, he's a person who follows my motto and believes that knowledge is power. So there I was, struggling to memorize the states and capitals of India. And on a fine day, came my mother with a solution saying, "Use your ability of grasping song lyrics easily and incorporate it with the states and capitals of India." Focusing on music for my personal pleasure and developing my music skills so far, I was taken aback for a while, but soon realized that my mother's idea could actually work. Soon after, she came up with this song about it. It was quite childish when I first heard it, but as I heard it more often, the rhythm was stuck at the back of my head. Till this date, my mother shares that I used to mumble that song in my sleep the very first night I heard it. It was quite surprising to me as well, as the process, which took weeks to memorize, but still failed to, was done in one night. And this story of mine falls in the lines of this research by music and neuroscientist laboratories at Harvard, associated with Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center, which states that music can help one to recollect their speech and thoughts by gradually dropping off the melody, and that This technique is helpful for people suffering with brain damage. One of the real happenings is that Gabriel Griffith used this technique 2 years after experiencing a gunshot to speak good enough to testify in front of the Congressional Committee. People often misinterpret that memory defines one's intelligence, but I believe it doesn't. Memory doesn't clearly determine one's intelligence and rather can help in one's logical moments. When I struggled to remember concepts, music played the role of mnemonics in my life and gave my academics a new turn. By this, I have also learned that taking too many breaks in our ride can only delay us reaching our destination, and that we shouldn't be letting our flaws affect our living the second time and rather work on it. By this, you'll either find a new path or find a better way to cross your obstacle. However, it does cost time in return. There is more to what is life for me, and I hope that this technique will help me further on as well. Thank you.